Hi guys, just want to continue with the video on installing my amateur radio into my 2019 GMC Canyon Diesel pickup truck. Started the other day and then it started raining really bad. We had some really bad weather, so it put me behind a day or so, but anyway, I finally got everything installed. I'll come over and show you. I've got a circuit breaker here that it goes to a power distribution block that I mounted inside the vehicle. I'm gonna try to show y'all all the connectors and stuff that are on here. Anyway, I was able to tie my main power into here. You can't take this nut off. It's permanently attached to this stud, so I wasn't able to get a terminal ring under there. That's what I was trying to do instead of mounting it here, but this does not come off from the factory. So I was able to go under here, tie into this main bus right here, got everything all secured back up. Like I said, it comes over to this circuit breaker, got drip loops in there. As I said in my previous video, I was able to go through the firewall down there using a grommet. I've got my ground here going to the battery as Yaesu recommends. It's also fused. Come around, show you the inside, how I ended up mounting my radio. And that's how I ended up mounting it. They sell these little things at Walmart. They're called a fastball. They're for a cell phone. It's magnetic, has a magnetic thing that goes on the back. I had it mounted on the other side and it fell off. I didn't have it stuck good, so I stuck it over here. Now I wish I had it back on this side. Anyway, that's where my microphone goes. I've got my Yaesu mounted right here. I haven't fully got it adjusted yet, but I'm gonna do that here in just a few minutes. I brought the extended power for my microphone is down here. So that's where my microphone is mounted. I'll show you what I used to mount my radio. There's a company that sells custom brackets that you take off some of the plastic parts and you use an existing screw. And I couldn't find one for my vehicle. Panavice is the name of the company that does that. I couldn't find one, and they're about 30 something bucks if you do. I went to the local Home Depot, bought me a joist hanger. I've got several of these. I use them as templates for other things. So this one's got a hole in it. And I tried to make this one where it would go behind this plastic piece here and attach to a bolt that's back here. But there's a clip that clips this on and it wouldn't fit with this metal on there. Wouldn't go behind the plastic housing for the radio. So instead I drilled a few holes into the plastic. Not very big deal. I was always told if you're gonna modify a vehicle for a radio, you got to modify the vehicle. So three or four little holes back there. If I resell it, they won't even see them. They're very small little holes that are holding this clamp on, and I painted it black so it would match everything. Painted my screws black. So that's where I've got my radio. It's got power to it all the time. So
Mobile Wings, K6 Hill.
Come in there. This is on the Texas Nexus Wires X repeater right now. And somebody's talking on there. And I'm going to show you the back where I brought all my wiring. I should go back here. My wiring came from underneath my dash where I drilled the hole, and I ran it underneath the plastic guard. And it goes back through, comes back through here. And then I brought it out right here. And these things, they're very flimsy, so you can just run your wire under there. It's not a problem. It's kind of out of the way. Brought my radio in. Got it wired up. I don't know whether I'm gonna put the bracket in there to mount it permanently or not. I may just put a piece of Velcro under there. And then I got my power distribution block here with some extra power poles on it, so that I can hook up some other accessories, and I still got plenty of extra adapter connectors there if I want to add some more wires or something. I'm probably going to run a power inverter. This truck didn't have a power inverter with it. I've got one of my speakers mounted right here right now. I'm going to permanently mount that somewhere, probably right where it's at, because it won't be in the way. Not much room in the back of these Canyon pickup trucks for people to ride, and I don't have a lot of passengers riding with me anyway. So that's kind of where I'm at as far as mounting the radio. I'll come back around and I'll show you my antenna. I got a Comet RS730 hood mount, and right now I've got a MFJ, looks like a 1402B dual band antenna on it. Little short one. It seems to have really good range and really good reception so far. I haven't checked the SWRs on it, but I'm going to here after I shoot the video. And I'll come in on this side and I'll show you what that bracket looks like that I mounted. I just got those screws right there. Some of those are dipped in black. I got one screw I need to take out and dip it in black paint. Anyway, it looks really clean. Of course, you got the wires coming in for the microphone and the radio right here, and those of course go to the radio right here. So they are kind of exposed a little bit, but it's not a big deal. They've got plenty of slack in them, and to me that's a pretty clean install. I could have come all the way back here and looped them under the plastic, but chose not to because one of them wasn't long enough. Anyway, I hope this helps you if you buy one of these trucks. It kind of gives you some ideas. I think using one of these brackets to mount my radio saved me a lot of money. I think it's going to work out really nice. I've used it for other things, other radio installs, and they seem to work really good. Pretty good size metal, pretty stout. I thought about doubling it up and make it even twice as strong, and I may do that if this thing seems to be too flimsy when I start driving down the road, but I don't think it will. I had this mounted in my this radio was mounted in my 2015 Subaru for about a month, and I used just an angle bracket. I can show you that. I got that in my toolbox, and it worked out perfectly. It was a little thicker metal, and if I could have found that, I used this bracket here, had it mounted right above my little cubby hole with a couple of screws. I had it Velcroed to start with, and it didn't hold very well, but I put a couple of screws in it. Then on this side, I drilled a bigger hole right here to run the head of the FTM400 through there. And that worked out really good. So if you got a Subaru, save some money, you can get your little bracket like that. And man, that thing was really on there very secure, a whole lot better than the truck so far. So that might be why I double up on one of these and make it a little bit stronger. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helps somebody. If you have any questions, email me. My call sign is KI5USA. But my previous call sign was KI5CZU@gmail.com. Anyway, have a great day, 73s. Talk to y'all later, and have a good day.